trying to think. Have we not talked about anything in Attack of the Clones?
I'm sure there's plenty we haven't talked about, but I
Oh,
don't really
well,
know
I mean,
much.
obviously the clones. um,
That's true. I was thinking about that, and I didn't know how much we wanted to dive into the actual clones, but they are the main focal point of the movie.
so that's one thing that I'm glad they did more with in the Clone Wars was actually give the clones like more identity
Mm-hmm.
because in in this movie they didn't even have names. None of them had names.
Yeah.
They were just
I would
this
say you don't. They didn't even mention any of them. I mean,
they were just this fighting force, and so like I think they only addressed them by the rank, and that was only like
yeah,
twice.
yeah. I
Um,
mean,
I mean,
it
then
kind of
again, they
makes
did.
sense, but
I mean, then again, they did just meet the clones, but still.
yeah, yeah.
But
I will say it is kind of cool. Like as time has gone on, like obviously when you watch these movies for the first time, and like when they first came out, the Clone Wars and all those things weren't out yet, and so it is kind of cool. Like, oh, this is your first introduction. We don't know what all is going on with this. We don't know all the details of everything, but it is kind of cool to see. Like, I mean, in all honesty, this movie was written off of line from episode 4 when Obi-Wan says, I fought with your father in the Clone Wars. Like, you
yeah,
know, like, it's kind of cool, that this is what we got of that. But it's like, you know, we did, like, I obviously didn't have to live through it, which is kind of nice because now I have all this stuff at my fingertips, lore and stuff like that. But it's like, there's so little known about these clone troopers, this fighting force, and they kind of come out of nowhere, and are here, and everyone's like, well, what's going on? What's their deal? And then now we got the Clone Wars show, which fleshes them out a lot more, and Bad Batch has dropped back into a little bit more of some of the stuff with the clones and kind of talking about them. And there's other
also,
other source material that's come out since then with some of the stuff with the clones, and it's pretty cool.
one thing I realized when watching this is from just realized it from like after watching Bad Batch and Rebels is so the two main planets in this or that they go to in this or two of the main planets they go to in this movie are Kamino and Geonosis.
Hmm.
The Empire killed off almost all the Kaminoans and all the
Hmm.
Geonosins.
Yep.
It's like you're like that's
A lot of people.
you do get a much better glimpse of just how evil the Empire is in the shows.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
even Rebels being made for kids, like you get that like the Empire, committed mass genocide against the Geonosians. It's like,
Hmm.
yeah, that's yeah,
Yeah. That is in Rebels, right? Because I saw
yes,
something the other day where it's talking about what that last Geonosian like Click Clack or whatever, and I remember seeing it, but I couldn't remember what it was from. That's from Rebels, though. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
um, yeah,
I've seen
it's
it through, but it's been a while since I watched Rebels, so.
yeah. Also, I just kind of like how they did it. So like, even then, we get the like plans for the Death Star, and
Yes, I thought that was cool.
mm,
I mean, what is it? At the end of Revenge of the Sith, they show a partially built Death Star,
yeah,
I think, or something like that.
they
Which
started
means,
construction of Death Star. But also, think about
yeah,
this too. Think about this too. That station took 20 years to build.
yeah, Well, it would have been probably a little bit more because they were starting to build it, but they had some of the pieces put together at that point, so probably 25 or more.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you got to think about how, quote unquote, quickly they did it to Return of the Jedi. Now,
Oh no, the Death. When you think about it, the Death Star 2 would have had to have been like insanely fast building it because, like I said, it took them, around 20 years to build the first Death Star,
mm-hmm.
and then Death Star 2 was much bigger, and it wasn't it wasn't finished at that point, but like I said, it was much bigger, and the laser and stuff, like pretty much state of the art technology with the super laser.
Yeah.
They
They got it up a lot quicker.